Hey you guys, it's your girl Shani Mac. I wanted to come back
and just
pause that. I wanted to come today because today is the day that I can get into my next dream. I do have a follow-up with my last video, but today I was told to now tell my second, well, it's not my second dream, but this is the dream that's second to come that I want to talk about, and I'm going to show you guys some things. And so make sure you guys like, share, subscribe to my YouTube channel, hit the thumbs up, leave a comment respectfully. If you have questions, feel free to have at it. So let's get into it. So I had this dream maybe a few months back. No, not a few months back, I'm sorry, a few weeks back. So it was myself and my youngest daughter. Both of us, we actually be seeing things before they take place. Pretty interesting. And I told you guys about her. She see things that happen in people's past, and there's no way she would know. She's only 10. So let me get my water. Okay, so we were at one of my places that I stayed at, not too far from here, like literally around the corner from where I stay at now. We stayed in these apartments. So anywho, it was me and her. We was laying, we was laying on our backs, and we were looking out the window in her room, and I seen these storm clouds coming in. And the storm clouds was coming in like, on a summer day, how you would have a storm, and the clouds would just start coming in real slow, and you'll see the light on one side, and the murky clouds will be coming in. So as the clouds were coming in closer, and I got to doing this, looking like, and I told my daughter, I'm like, look, Cupcake, I'm like, you see that? So she looked, and we both were just like, squinting to look. And then the closer these clouds were getting, it was people on them. Okay, not just any old people, y'all. The closer they got, the more defined they became, and they were huge, and it was angels. So I know we are used to having a certain depiction of what angels would look like, and you'll just see one with a long white robe and a pair of wings, and you seen that. I seen that in my dream as well, but it was extension to it, and it was one on a horse, and one of them was leading the pack and had this big giant sword in its hand. Like, they were huge, and they didn't look like how you would see your normal drawing. So I was curious about it for some weeks and stuff, and other things started to come into fruition, and I was continuing to read, of course, and I'm still not done. There's gonna be another part to this, but anywho, so we looking, and we like, oh shoot. So we seen it coming in closer, the clouds with these angels on it, and I'm like, Cupcake, go tell your auntie, go tell everybody in the house. So the apartment that we once stayed in turned into like this big old house. So Cupcake went in one direction, we left out the room. She went in one direction to go tell some of my family. I went in another direction to like tell people. I was looking for people. We looked all over the house. We didn't see anybody. So we had ended up meeting back up, and we didn't know where everybody was. So I went back to the room, looked out the window, and I like opened the window up, because it was one of those windows you could pull to the side and look out. And as I was looking out, I seen they had got closer, and then they just started coming off the cloud and was like, whoo, whoo, whoo. They just started flying across the sky and stuff, like just started taking off in different directions. And I'm like, oh shoot. So as I'm looking out the window, one flew past the window, and when I say it flew past the window so fast that it had like, it felt like it had literally yanked. I had like a ponytail in my head. It had flew so fast, like my head just like yanked back, like somebody had pulled my ponytail. That's how fast this thing was going. well, not a thing, but an angelic entity. And so I'm like, this is crazy. I'm like, oh my goodness. So of course fear a bit came upon me, because I've never seen anything like this, and it was hard for me to describe it. I told my sister, told my best friend. I think I just recently told my daughters the other day, because I have these talks with my kids, and we'll go over and I'll show them things and teach them things, and we'll just talk about stuff that's going on out in the world. That's why it's important to talk to your kids. So they share a lot of things. So this thing flew past so fast that my head like literally yanked back and stuff. So I was terrified. So I ended up waking up out my dream, because I couldn't find nobody, and I didn't want to know what was going on next. I did hear a little screaming and stuff, but I woke up. So today I wanted to bring this dream to y'all sooner, but I needed evidence to support what I saw, and it was kind of hard, because it's kind of hard to describe what I saw. So now that I have names and images and stuff like that I didn't have before, thanks to doing some reading and studying, y'all guided me to the information that I needed to find, I'm able to bring some of it to you guys. This will be a part 2. So sit back, and I want you guys to see this video right here that's on your screen, where Trump is announcing a new Space Force military branch. And I know a lot of people wondering, Space Force, and they're thinking, oh well, maybe he's going to fight with the other nations, and they're going to be up outer space like some Star Wars stuff. And like I tell y'all before, no, this is going to be on a whole different level. And this Space Force is not for human beings. This Space Force is going to be for the very thing that I saw in my dream, which were angelic beings. They are going to be coming soon. So y'all let me see this. Most of you people out there in the world may have seen this announcement from Trump. I'm not sure. I don't know. Some people look at the news, some people don't, some people care, some people don't. But if you're here today, I'm going to give you guys a little highlight of what Trump is talking about, and I believe this has a lot to do with it. So here we go. I'm about to play the video and just listen to him.
A great group of other executives here from the top companies, and it's patriots like you that are the reason why America was first in flight, first to the moon, and why America will always be first in space. You know, before I got here, wasn't looking so good.
Oh my gosh, this guy is a mess.
Before we came in, I will tell you, they didn't have such big plans for space. Now they have plans, and it's great not only in terms of jobs and everything else, it's great for the psyche of our country.
I want to pause this. So you telling me that it wasn't looking so good, but NASA has been around since the Nazi Germany war? Don't quote me on the years. What, in the 20s, 30s, 40s, somewhere around in there? Come on now, Trump. Come on. All right, my bad, y'all.
Morning it came out that small business is the most optimistic it's ever been in the history of our country. That's pretty good. I don't know if they go back to 1776. I don't know if they go back to, areas of a little bit earlier, slightly like by 100 years or 200 years. But I will tell you, I have never seen optimism like we have right now. So it's a very exciting time. I want to also say that when it comes to space, too often, for too many years, our dreams of exploration and discovery were really squandered by politics and bureaucracy, and we knocked that out. So important for our psyche, what you're doing. It's going to be important monetarily and militarily, but so important for right up here, the psyche. We don't want China and Russia and other countries leading us. We've always led. We've gone way far afield for decades now, having to do with our subject today. We're going to be the leader by far. We're behind you 1,000%. America's vital interest in space lost out to special interests in Washington, except of course for the senators and congressmen here. They would never do it, right, Dana? But all of that is changing. We know that. My administration is reclaiming America's heritage as the world's greatest spacefaring nation. The essence of the American character is to explore new horizons and to tame new frontiers. But our destiny beyond the earth is not only a matter of national identity, but a matter of national security. So important for our military. So important, and people don't talk about it. When it comes to defending America, it is not enough to merely have an American presence in space. We must have American dominance in space. So important. Very importantly, I'm hereby directing the Department of Defense and Pentagon to immediately begin the process necessary to establish a Space Force as the sixth branch of the armed forces. That's a big statement. We are going to have the Air Force and we are going to have the Space Force, separate but equal. It is going to be something so important. General Dunford, if you would carry that assignment out, I would be very greatly honored also. Where's General Dunford? General. But that's the importance that we give it. We're going to have the Space Force. 1 year ago, I revived the National Space Council and put exactly the right man in charge, and that's our friend, Mike Pence. Feels very strongly about this. And in December, I signed a historic directive that will return Americans to the moon for the first time since 1972, if you can believe that. Always remember, it's about that, but it's also about jobs and the economy. This is a great thing we're doing. This time we will do more than plant our flag and leave our footprints. We will establish a long-term presence, expand our economy, and build the foundation for an eventual mission to Mars, which is actually going to happen very quickly. And you know, I've always said that rich guys seem to like rockets. So all of those rich guys that are dying for our real estate to launch their rockets, we won't charge you too much, just go ahead. If you beat us to Mars, we'll be very happy and you'll be even more famous. But they do like, explain that, where's Eric? They do like rockets for some reason, huh? They like those rockets. But you know what, as long as it's an American rich person, that's good, okay? They can beat us. We'll save a little money and they can beat us and we're taking full credit for it. Don't worry about it. But we'll be setting aggressive timelines, challenging old ways of doing business, and we will be expecting real results. And we are making our incredible facilities, okay, available to these people that have been doing so incredibly by themselves on rocketry. So you're invited. The rent won't be high. I am instructing my administration to embrace the budding commercial space industry. We are modernizing out-of-date space regulations. They're way out of date. They haven't been changed in many, many years. And today we're taking one more step to unleash the power of American ingenuity. In a few moments I will sign a new directive to federal departments and agencies. They will work together with American industry to implement a state-of-the-art framework for space traffic management. But don't let it get too out of control, please. We know about what's going on with...
Y'all hear them, space traffic management.
A lot of other rules and regulations. By the way, we've set the all-time record in history of this country in cutting regulation. So when I hear about that, I get a little bit tenuous. Be careful. Don't get too carried away. But we've cut more regulations than any administration, whether it's 4 years, 8 years, or 16 years in one case. We've cut more regulations than any other president in history, and I actually think that along with the massive tax cuts, I think that the regulation cutting may have even had more of an impact on the economy. It's been incredible. We have regulation. We have a lot of regulation. We have good regulation. But you don't need 20 years to get rejected from building a highway. We can reject you in 2 years or 1 year. We have it down from 17 years down to 2. We expect to get it down to 1. And if it's not good, we're going to reject. But it's going to be a fast rejection. You're not going to go an entire lifetime only to find it's not going to be built. Two previous administrations tried and failed to develop a system to deal with congested conditions in orbit. We are finally going to get it done. It's going to happen fast. 1 year from now, our nation will mark an important milestone in human history. Half a century since Americans first stepped off the Eagle and onto the moon. That was a big day, right? In that magnificent moment, the American astronaut embodied the incredible spirit of America, the confidence of a cowboy, the skill of a fighter pilot, the ambition of a scientist, and the courage of a true, brilliant, tough warrior. They bounded fearlessly into the unknown to be there first. They did the impossible because they knew that together there is absolutely nothing Americans can't do. When we get together, there's nobody even close. Now we are ready to begin the next great chapter of American space exploration. This is a very important day. This is a very important gathering. A new generation of young people seeks to challenge, really challenge hard, to get their talent and their skill to work. And now we're giving them a forum and a platform from which they can put that genius to work. Legions of welders and metalworkers, scientists and engineers stand ready to build a powerful new rocket and gleaming new spaceships, and that goes with all of the other things that we're building in our country. Our nation of pioneers still yearns to conquer the unknown. Because we are Americans and the future belongs totally to us. Once more we will launch intrepid souls blazing through the sky and soaring into the heavens. Once more we will summon the American spirit to tame the next great American frontier. And once more we will proudly lead humanity. And that's what it is. It's humanity beyond the earth and into those forbidden skies, but they will not be forbidden for long. You're very important people. You have a great contribution. What you're doing has been incredible, but it will be even more incredible, far more incredible, because we are giving you a platform the likes of which nobody has ever been given before.
Okay, I'm gonna scratch it there, y'all. Okay, so Trump ranting on about his Space Force stuff. It seemed funny. I know a lot of people crack jokes about it and stuff. And this is what I believe he's getting ready to do. What I saw in my dream. Trump and other nations, more than likely, they're just not open and talking about it like he is. They're preparing to battle up against the Most High. So, I want to first go to the book of... which one should I pick first? I'll go here to Isaiah 27:4. See here, it says, "Fury is not in me, who would set the barriers and thorns against me in battle. I will go through them. I would burn them together. Or let him take hold of my strength, that he make peace with me, and he shall make peace with me. He shall cause them to come of Jacob to take root. Israel shall blossom and bud, and fill the face of the world with fruit. Have he smitten him as he smote those that smote him? or is he slain according to the slaughter of them that are slain by him? In measure, when it sheweth forth, thou wilt debate with it. He saith his raw wind, and the day of the east wind. By this therefore shall the iniquity of Jacob be purged, and this is all the fruit to take away his sin, when he maketh all the stones of the altar as chalk stones that are beaten in sunder. The groves and images shall not stand up. Okay. I want to cover Jeremiah 49 and 14. Okay. And then I'm going to go to 42. I have heard a rumor from the Lord, and an ambassador is sent unto the heathen, saying, gather ye together and come against her, and rise up to the battle. For lo, I will make thee small among the heathen, and despised among men. Okay, going down to 42. I'm sorry, it's 50:42. 50:42. Okay. They shall hold the bow and the lance. They are cruel and will not shew mercy. Their voice shall roar like the sea, and they shall ride upon horses, every one put in array like a man to the battle against thee, O daughter of Babylon. The king of Babylon hath heard the report of them, and his hands waxed feeble. Anguish took hold of him, pangs as of a woman in travail. Okay, so they know what's getting ready to come. Babylon know what's getting ready to come. They're preparing for war, and initially it's going to be a war here on the ground, and they're going to be turning their weapons and fighting each other. But then when the sky crack open, it's more to it, y'all. I'm going to have a part 2. That's when they're going to battle up, and they're going to turn their weapons and start firing at the Most High when they see what I'm about to show y'all coming from out the sky. Because it's not going to be, like I said, how y'all think it's going to be. So Trump is this little special little card that they love to play in the Illuminati little card game. And a lot of y'all are familiar with this, and this is something that they showed in the Economist World Magazine in 2017. See, Trump is that judgment card. So I'm gonna scroll down to it, and I'm gonna read this little brief article that talks about his card in particular, because everybody think this is cute. Everybody think Trump is so cool and stuff, and he's basically putting on The Apprentice right before everybody's eyes and stuff. Like, y'all know how he was on the show Apprentice, okay? Y'all have a whole celebrity running a country who's not even been in politics or done anything serious to that nature, and here he is about to lead us into an angelic war. But this was meant, so that's why he's this judgment card. Judgment on America, judgment in Babylon. Okay, says here, Donald Trump is sitting on a globe while holding an orb and a scepter, objects referring to a monarchy. In other words, Trump is the king of the world. Monarchy and democracy are political systems that are extremely different. The Economist appears to be predicting that Trump will rule the world like a monarch. Furthermore, why is this image associated with the judgment card? The Economist card looks nothing like the judgment card from the Rider-Waite deck, which depicts the angel Gabriel on Judgment Day as described by the Book of Revelation. The Book of Revelation mentions several times the term kings of the earth. They are sometimes said to worship Christ, and in other passages they are said to worship the beast, which is true, Because see, Trump puts on the role of a Zionist, you know, like he's this big Christian Catholic guy or whatever, but then he's in association with the Jews who say they are Jews but are not, but a synagogue of Satan. You guys know that's in Revelations 9. So, and another thing I want to show y'all, because this is something new that has come about. I wonder if they got it covered here on YouTube.
It's a wonderful first step in the follow-on to its recognition of Israeli sovereignty over the Golan Heights, which we're very proud of. I think many in the United States think it was a brilliant decision, and we're going to give some effect to it, life to it today.
Okay. Let me cancel this before they start playing. Alright. I wanted y'all to see that. So, they didn't just name a place in their land after Trump. And I found that to be quite interesting and suspicious. So, let's get back to these angels, right? So, throughout the book of Enoch, y'all, it's discussing a lot about the angels, their rankings, places on this earth that we physically can't get to, can't see. They know it's here because they are able to visit these places because they deal with the prince of the powers of the air, who we all know is Satan, the serpent, you know, the great dragon, all of those things. And there's levels too about Satan, and the descriptions that they give him and how he operates and stuff. So I've covered this in my last video to some degree, but here I want you guys to see what I saw now. A firebrand was one of them. Let me see. I want y'all to see this. This is what I saw, like in the cloud right here. It's a cherubim. Now, it was hard to describe it because, and see how you have your angel here, and this is the cherubim. It's like much larger, the whirling wheel. Okay, so I'm gonna read the third book of Enoch. I'm gonna read chapter 22 and I'm gonna read chapter 22 all the way from verses 1 to 14. Okay. This right here is out of my pseudepigrapha. That's why I suggest you all get one of these. I got both volumes too, but I'm still studying out of volume 1 right now, and it gets kind of like to specific points in certain books of the Apocrypha. So if you have the Apocrypha, you still can read it, but I have my pseudepigrapha because it's touching on certain specific things out of the entire books and stuff. So anywho, it says the Prince of the Cherubim, chapter, this is 3rd Enoch, chapter 22, and I'm gonna start at 1. I'm gonna read down to 14. It says, Ishmael said, the angel Metatron, prince of the divine presence, said to me, above them is a prince noble, wonderful, mighty praise, with a manner of praise. Cherubiel, YAHUAH is his name, a valiant prince, full of boldness, power, a majestic prince, with whom is majesty, a righteous prince, with whom is righteousness, a holy prince, with whom is holiness, a prince glorified by thousands of hosts, a prince extolled by countless legions. At his wrath the earth quakes, at his rage the camps tremble. The foundations shunder from fear. Fear of him, and Arobot quakes at his rebuke. His body is full of burning coals, and it is as high as the seven heavens, as broad as the seven heavens, as wide as the seven heavens. The opening of his mouth blazes like a fiery torch, and his tongue is a consuming fire. His eyelashes are like a splendor of lightning, his eyes like brilliant sparks, and his face looks like a blazing fire. A crown of holiness is on his head with a sacred name engraved upon it, from which lightning flickers. The bow of the Shekinah is across his shoulders. His sword, that's what I saw in my dream, okay? I seen that big giant sword. It was in his hand, okay? Let me see where I leave off. Like a lightning flash, which y'all see here in the picture, but he don't have the sword. It's other images. I'm gonna show y'all in a second. Where I leave off at. Flashes are in his belt. A breastplate of consuming fire hangs around his neck, and coals of juniper encompass him. The splendor of the Shekinah is on his face. Horns of majesty are on his wheels, and a royal turban crowns his head. His whole body is full of eyes from head to toe. He is covered with wings. On his right hand a flame blazes. On his left hand fire burns. Coal blazes from his body, and firebrands shoot from him. Lightning flashes from his face. So I'm gonna stop there, and this is where I was showing y'all about firebrand, because I wanted to know what it meant. It's saying a piece of burning wood. It says one who inflames factions or causes contention and mischief and incendiary. Okay, so we have other scriptures here on the side too that goes into some detail about it. Okay, so he's basically is the one that's kindling everybody up and getting basically the show to get the cranking up and going. And this is why I said Trump is that judgment card. He's being invoked, or not invoked, well, yeah, to some degree. Like, he's being stirred up, I should say. He's stirring him up, you know, getting all the other nations pissed off and everything, because see, all the other presidents that came, they at war with a specific place, area, or whatever, but Trump been pissing everybody off all over the world. Like, he don't have no chill. Like, he been walking around with a chip on his shoulder with everybody, just real cocky. But here it says, on his right hand a flame blazes, on his left hand fire burns, coal blazes from his body, and firebrands shoot from him. So he's gonna be shooting this from his hands too, what we just saw here, burning wood. Lightning flash from his face. He is always accompanied by thunderclap upon thunderclap, earthquake upon earthquake are ever with him, and the two princes of the chariot dwell with him. So I'm gonna go over some scriptures here. Let's go to Isaiah again, but we're gonna go to Isaiah 62. And we're going to go to verse 3. And it says, thou shalt also be a crown of glory in the hand of the Lord. See? And a royal diadem in the hand of thy God. So here on the book Isaiah is backing up what's said in Enoch about this particular entity is going to come and do some work for the Most High YAHUAH before he comes. The cherubim is. And see, that's something that Satan was once a cherubim as well too. So this is why he has many faces, many forms, but he's taking this on in a spiritual sense, because now he has inhabited the human race body. That's why we're born into it automatically. I'm going to go to Ezekiel chapter 1 and 18. It's going to give another description of him. Well, not Satan, but the cherubim. 118. 118. As for their rings, they were so high that they were dreadful, and their rings were full of eyes round about them four. And when the living creatures went to the wheels, went by them, and when the living creatures were lifted up from the earth, the wheels were lifted up. We gonna talk about the living creatures. If I don't get to it in this video, it's gonna be in the next one. I'll be able to go into distinctive detail about exactly what the living creatures are, because it's heavenly creatures, actually. Creatures we haven't seen. Okay, we're gonna go down here to 10. Are ever with him, and the two princes of the chariot dwell with him. 11. Why is his name called Cherubiel? Because he is in charge of the chariots of the cherubim, and the mighty cherubim are committed to his keeping. He shines the crowns on their heads and furbishes the diadems on their foreheads. He promotes the praise of their form and adorns their majestic beauty. He makes them very lovely as they are, still lovelier, and increases their great glory. He sings the song of their praise and recites the strength of their beauty. He makes their glorious splendor gleam, and the glory of their comeliness and grace he makes more fair. He decks their dazzling loveliness and beautifies their gracious beauty. He honors their majestic rectitude and exalts the order of their praise, so as to prepare a throne for him who sits upon a cherubim. The cherubim stands beside the holy creatures, and their wings are raised up to the height of their heads. The Shekinah sets upon their backs. The splendor of their glory is on their faces. And song and praise are in their mouths. Their hands are under their wings, and their feet are covered by their wings, and horns of glory are on their heads. The brilliance of Shekinah is on their countenance, and the Shekinah rests upon their backs. Sapphire stones surround them. Pillars of fire are on their four sides. Pillars of flame flank them. A sapphire stone stands one side and a sapphire stone on the other. And beneath sapphire coals of juniper. I'll show you guys that too. It's like bluish kind of color. But I'll show it to you. So here I want to go to, I have found this on the web, and it's actually covering the rankings in heaven. So here is showing the throne of God, the Holy Spirit on the left, Son of Yah, who is YAHUSHA HaMashiach on the right, and then there is Yahuwah Sebaot. Okay, here in this heaven it says first choir the seraphim, as I just read. The second choir the cherubim, that's right here. Third choir is the thrones. First choir the denominations. Second choir the virtues. Third choir the powers. First choir the principalities. Second choir the archangels. Third choir the angels. So everybody is rankings, and some are greater than the other, bigger than the other, wider than the other, taller than the other. That's why I told y'all what I saw. Okay. Let me see. Let me go. What I saw in my dream was crazy. So here's another one that let me bring this down. Give you guys another viewing, see what's here. That's another drawing. So you see all these many, see even in this one right here. Let's blow that up for y'all. Okay, so y'all see here this image, a wheel, as I was describing. This beast with many wings, and this is something. See how he's handing it. I'm telling y'all, like, this was just crazy. But I seen all this on the cloud. So I'm gonna just go through these different images and show y'all, so y'all can get an idea what I saw in my dream coming. Here's another one. That's another image. And they got 6 wings. Let's go here. Here's another image. It's like an image of a cartoon, but yeah, it was a big giant sword like that too, y'all. Like this here. Crazy. So I'm not gonna take long on this video because I got some stuff more that I want to show y'all in part 2 of this video. And also, I told you I'm going to do part 2 on the last video that I just did about calling other prophets. There's more to it. And then I'm going to go off into about the Antichrist. And then I'm going to cover about Jacob's trouble. So those are going to be the upcoming videos I'm working on right now. I'm getting ready to come up into. But I wanted to show y'all just in detail what Trump is talking about with this Space Force. He's talking about they're talking about having a battle with the Most High. But I will pull those scriptures up in my next video as well, so y'all will have an idea. Trump is setting up judgment for everybody, the whole entire world. So most of you guys, like I've been telling y'all, please repent, repent, repent. Because we don't know at what point in time Yah is going to decide to strike. We don't know what time Yah is going to return. We just know this stuff is happening at a fast, rapid pace. You do not know the times that we are in. We are living in the last days. And if you don't understand, go back to many of my videos, and a lot of stuff then will make a lot of sense. Just ask that you guys have some patience, because some of my videos are pretty lengthy. Look at some of my videos about me covering about my apocalypse dreams. I'm covering a lot of stuff so far, but hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Leave a comment respectfully, give a thumbs up. And yeah, it was scary, y'all. I mean, the images do no justice to what I saw. They flew so fast. Imagine something with 6 wings that is a giant jumping off of a cloud and flying past you. Like, you know how you'll be in a race car and or you just going fast and it'll yank you back. It'll automatically take you back if somebody take off fast. Or like a roller coaster, for instance, you know, that takeoff and it'll just yank you back, like the speed of it and how the quickness of it. Yeah, that's how fast this entity flew past me. And they were not here to play, because they had swords and they were coming to slaughter. And like I said, I'm going to get off into all of that in my next video. And I'm going to go into more distinctive detail about this big battle that's getting ready to come. So make sure you guys take care of yourselves. Like I said, get right with our Heavenly Father. And the rest of you guys that just still don't believe, and y'all still think that I guess people just wasting their time drawing these images, people wasting their time talking to y'all and reading this stuff to you guys about what's getting ready to come. I don't know what to tell y'all. It's real. It's definitely real. And prior to me even having dreams, I've always had a knack for believing in the word. Something, you know, I did when I was a kid. Something I believed in when I was a kid. And I remember as a little girl, my grandma used to always like watch like the church shows and stuff, and I used to be mad if I wasn't in there by the time they were like ending it and they was doing prayer. And like that one, I don't know, the prayer was always the best part to me when I went to church. And then they would say amen at the end, and you know, and give their praises and stuff. But I've always been serious about the word, even since I was a little kid. Always have been. I used to want to be a part of the church and stuff till I got older and seeing what was conducting and going about in the church and how the people were. And the more I start studying on my own outside of what the pastor would give you to study, yeah, you know, he's only going to give you what he wants you to know. And it's shame on you if you don't go beyond that and just start studying even more, because the more and more you study on your own, you're going to discover things in the Bible that is going to be quite contradicting to most of these pastors out here. Like I said, I'm not saying this is all of them, but majority of them, yeah, they're not good. So like I said, take care of yourselves. This is not a physical war, this is a spiritual war. So don't take it upon yourself to put your hands on anybody or attack anybody or use a weapon towards anyone. Okay, you guys, we are dealing with a spiritual war here. Spiritual war is with dwelling within people. Okay, so no matter how many people you cuss out, take out, and things of that nature, and I know it's hard. Well, you can say what you gotta say. It's what you choose to do as far as the action of your anger. So, okay, I'll leave it right there, and I'll be back with part 2 of these next 2 videos so I can show you guys some interesting stuff that I just got confirmation on, which I kind of covered, but I'm going to show y'all some stuff that was in Revelation that I was telling y'all about in Calling of the Prophets video. So go back, check Calling of the Prophets video, which is the last video before this one, and you guys will see in that video what I'm getting ready to put up next. So, okay. Mwah. Love you guys. Bye.